Welcome everyone. Dobry вечер. Our distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and most importantly, our new students. Welcome to today's commencement ceremony. I'm Bilal Yamak. I'm new here to AUK. I'm the head of student life, and I'm really excited and honored to be hosting our commencement ceremony for this academic year. Just before we begin, two quick housekeeping notes. In case of an air raid alert, hopefully not, fingers crossed, please proceed, we all proceed together to Pocztowa Ploshcha, and we'll take shelter there. Second, for security reasons, we kindly ask you to wait. Please take as many pictures and videos, but we ask you to wait on posting them till after 8 p.m. today. But with that, and before we officially begin, our team has prepared a little video for you. As you all know, maybe our university, our building used to be the historic river port here in Kyiv. And then over the years, it has transformed into a modern university. So please just take a moment. Let's see how that happened. And then we'll continue after.
Поштова площа є однією з історичних та культурних візитівок Києва. Тут вирувало життя ще за часів Київської Русі. Тут Володимир хрестив киян. Майже 200 років тому тут побудували поштову станцію, будівля якої зберіглася до наших днів. Пізніше тут на берегах Дніпра працював найбільший річковий порт у Європі. Він став своєрідним економічним хабом та місцем перетину різних культур та народів. В 20 сторіччі на Поштовій площі розташувалися головні річкові ворота України – річковий вокзал. Тут купували квитки на теплоходи, зустрічалися з коханими, гуляли по Дніпру, смакували морозивом цілі покоління жителів та гостей Києва. Тут кияни розпочинають марафони, катаються на скейтах, насолоджуються прохолодою фонтану та милуються краєвидами міста. Після тривалої паузи будівля колишнього річкового вокзалу отримала друге дихання. У 2023 році це місце набуло нового значення. Тут розташувався American University Київ – приватний університет, який пропонує вищу освіту американського зразка. Зараз в університеті здобувають освіту бакалавра та магістра у сфері IT, бізнесу та менеджменту. А викладачами є провідні науковці та практики з усього світу, з суттєвим міжнародним досвідом та глобальними поглядами на світ. Завдяки партнерству з Arizona State University, найбільшим державним університетом у США, студенти American University Київ не лише здобувають прикладну вищу освіту за найкращими американськими стандартами, а й можуть пройти оплачуване стажування в топових компаніях світу, отримати подвійні дипломи, мають багато свободи обирати дисципліни та створювати власні проєкти, насичене студентське життя і спільноту таких же яскравих, амбітних однодумців. American University Київ створив стипендійний фонд для надання освіти ветеранам, їхнім подружжям та дітям загиблих героїв. Університет зараз – це також платформа для діалогу та обміну досвідом між бізнесом, державою, лідерами думок та провідними експертами зі всього світу. AUK є партнером міжнародного бізнес-акселератора МІЦ для українських дефенс-тек-стартапів. Співпрацює з провідними IT та бізнес-асоціаціями та ініціативами для адаптації ветеранів, надає підтримку у розслідуванні воєнних злочинів росіян та розмінуванні територій. Студенти університету зустрічаються з топовими політиками, бізнесменами, лідерами думок світового рівня, дипломатом Куртом Волкером, історикиною Енн Еплбаум, міністром зовнішніх справ Польщі Радиславом Сікорським, директоркою інституту Маккейна Евелін Фаркас, генералом Девідом Петреусом, президенткою Microsoft у Північній Америці Деб Кааб та іншими. Університет відреставрував будівлю річкового вокзалу, зберігши при цьому унікальні пано та мозаїки авторства видатних українських митців-шістдесятників. Сьогодні це місце, де історія переплітається з сучасністю. Місце, де народжуються ідеї та відбуваються найінноваційніші наукові та галузеві дослідження. Це місце, де працює і зростає новий університет та майбутні лідери України.
Okay, so now we have a pop quiz about the video. No, I'm kidding. No Mentimeters today. It is now my privilege to officially open today's ceremony by inviting to the stage the academic procession led by AUK President Dan Rice, joined by our esteemed faculty at AUK. Please join me in giving a round of applause. Welcome, colleagues. Thank you for joining us. Be seated. This is a truly special day and a special moment for us here, one we look forward to every year at AUK. Despite 11 years of Russia's unprovoked invasion to Ukraine, AUK remains steadfast in its mission to provide the very best education to Ukrainian students, an education that empowers, that creates opportunities, most importantly, an education that gives freedom. As we reflect on what education means, please join me in watching another video that talks about American education.
Everything that surrounds us used to be just a thought, somebody's imagination, a bizarre dream, or just a 100th attempt to change the world. But it was changed by people who turned their great ideas into inventions, people who create new science-based technologies. All inventions are the product of the human brain which develops due to education. Today, this is the only way to keep up with the world and accept its challenges. For hundreds of years, American higher education institutions have been leaders in the area of scientific research and curriculums. And now, American education became available for Ukrainians. It is a truly historic occasion because the first private university with American standards started its operations and dynamically develops in the heart of the city. American University Kyiv, powered by Arizona State University.
Today, we're very proud to welcome you, our fourth cohort of students. I'm proud to say that the students sitting here today are going to be the future leaders of Ukraine. You are the future leaders of Ukraine. I also want to mention, today would have not been possible without the people who have believed in the UK since the beginning, since it was just a dream. Our shareholders, partners, and friends. We are especially grateful for EPAM Systems, BGV Group Management, DTech, Brain, Channel Georgia Consulting, Georgian American University, Georgian Industrial Group, and David Besruashvili Educational Fund for standing with us and supporting AUK. Especially, we will not be standing here today if it weren't for the bravery and the sacrifice of the Ukrainian armed forces. To everyone who defends Ukraine, I want to say thank you and дякуємо. And now, I would like to invite everyone to please stand up for the Ukrainian and American national anthems. American University Kyiv began its operations just 3 weeks before the full-scale invasion in February 22. Despite the hardships and constant threats, each September, we will proudly welcome students back to this historic campus. We stand strong today because of you, our students, our dedicated team, and our leadership. Please join me in welcoming AUK President Dan Rice to the stage. Known for his unwavering support of military aid to Ukraine, Dan is a former infantry officer in the US Army and a Purple Heart recipient. He also served as a special advisor to General Zaluzhny and was among the first Americans to visit Kyiv in spring 22. Dan, thank you.
Well, thank you all. Thank you all. It is an honor to be here to open up the opening ceremonies for this semester for all of the new students. So welcome to the American University Kyiv. I'd like to thank Bilal and all of our staff. If all the staff can stand up, please, and our faculty, please. They're the ones who make it happen here. So thank you all. Thank you. Their tireless work has built this university in the midst of this war. We were founded, as Bilal said, in February 2022, a month that will live in infamy. And we have survived and thrived despite the war because of all of these people here. So thank you. New students, you're joining the most advanced, technically advanced university in Ukraine. We are the only 100% English-speaking university in all of Ukraine. And I've already seen it in the few years we've been open that our students improve their proficiency in English, but they also understand the American culture. And English is the language of business globally now. And so we want to prepare you as leaders of the future Ukraine to grow and to prosper in Ukraine. And you're joining at a great time. We have opened a Dnipro campus. We have opened a new school of psychology this year, and we have opened a new school of digital design. This is tremendous growth, and it couldn't happen without the support of Arizona State University. ASU is the largest public institution in the United States, 250,000 students. We get from them their technology, their curriculum, their programs. We're going to be launching many new schools. Right now we have 615 students that you're part of, and we hope to have 10,000 relatively soon. We want to open a campus in Odessa. This is going to be and is the best university in Ukraine. So thank you all. Welcome to American University Kyiv. Slava Ukraine.
Thank you, Dan. And it's now my honor and privilege to welcome AUK honorary recipient of AUK honorary doctorate degree, Ambassador William Taylor. Ambassador Taylor is with us today. Before I invite Ambassador Taylor to the stage, I would like to say a few words. Ambassador William Taylor is Vice President of Europe and Russia at the U.S. Institute of Peace. In 2019, he served as Chargé d'Affaires to the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv and as U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine from 2006 to 2009. During the Arab Spring, he oversaw U.S. assistance and support to Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, and Syria. He served in Jerusalem as the U.S. government's representative to the Mideast Quartet. He served in Kabul in 22 and Baghdad in 2004. Ambassador, thank you for being with us. Please welcome.
Students, welcome to AUK. I am honored to be here with you, to be able to be part of this day as you open this new semester. It's an honor to wear these robes. As Bilal said, I was given the honorary doctorate. I will tell you, my family is very proud of me for doing that. Thank Dan. And I have your president to thank. Dan, thank you very much. I will not be long. Dan has encouraged me to be short, actually, for reasons that everybody in this room knows. But I did want to take the opportunity to tell you what Americans feel about Ukrainians. And it's our respect for what you're doing that brings me here as often as I can. We understand as well as anyone can from overseas the sacrifices, the dangers, the difficulties that you face, and your families face, and your soldiers face. So it is with great respect and humility that I come to talk to you today. I would just like to say a couple of things about why the United States supports Ukraine. Make a point about the Europeans who have really stepped up. Say a word or two about, we have to talk about how this war ends. And then I'll be glad to have conversations with anybody who wants to continue these conversations or ask me questions or challenge me on anything that I've said during my comments here after the ceremony. The Americans support Ukraine for many different reasons. Many different kinds of Americans, and different Americans have different reasons for doing this, but one of the overriding reasons is that the United States, Americans, understand the moral horror and feel the moral outrage at your country being invaded by a much bigger nation with no provocation. There's no reason. And Americans understand that. We understand the horror of Bucha. I was in Bucha 2 days ago, one of many visits. People may have been from there. It is understood in the United States, the horror, the atrocities, the war crimes. There are many Americans that call this genocide. There are many Americans that support an international tribune to hold Putin accountable for this. We understand that if he's not held accountable, then this will happen again. So the first reason is a moral reason. The second is there's a strategic reason. That is, we want to be sure that Russia is stopped. We want to be sure that Ukraine wins, prevails. We want to be sure that Ukraine stops the Russians from moving on to the rest of Europe. And that's important, again, so that it doesn't happen again. There has been a tradition, a policy, a principle, agreements, treaties since 1945 that says you respect the sovereignty of other nations. All nations respect the sovereignty of other nations. That has been the guiding principle. And respect the territorial integrity of the boundaries, the borders of nations are sacrosanct, are not to be violated. And that lasted until 2014. And in 2014, that rule, that principle, that guidance that allowed nations to work together, to live together, was violated. And then again in 2022 with great violence. So the strategic reason is that order needs to be restored. And that order can only be restored if the Russians are pushed out, if the Russians lose. So that's the second reason. The United States is concerned about its own security. And Ukraine's security is important for Ukraine, of course, for Europe, but also for the United States. We have a big commitment to NATO, which I, again, hope, I'm in a minority. Well, it's not the official position of the US government at this point, but someday Ukraine will be in NATO, I am convinced, and that's going to be an important thing for our security as well as yours. Last reason, some Americans will say, yes, it's important, but we're really worried about China. There are a lot of Americans that think that the Chinese are the biggest threat. I actually disagree. I will tell you, I am in the minority in this position in Washington, D.C. Most of Washington, D.C., or at least a lot of Washington, D.C., thinks that China is the biggest threat. Russia is clearly the biggest threat, in my view. Again, we can talk about this afterwards, but even those Americans who think that China is the biggest threat to the United States, even they are strong supporters of Ukraine, and they want Ukraine to win. Why? Because they know President Xi is watching carefully what happens in this country, in your country. They will see whether or not the Americans, the Chinese will watch to see if the Americans will continue to support you. And if we continue to support you, we are very likely to continue to support Taiwan. So this is important for the people who care about China. I mentioned at the beginning, you inspired us. I want you to know that Americans saw your bravery in the beginning of this war, the big war in 2022. we remember how you stopped the Russians just outside of Kyiv, just up the road here. We remember how your president said he wanted ammunition, not a ride. We remember how you took out Moskva. We remember how what your defenders of Snake Island said when the Russian warship asked for their surrender. We remember exactly that. That ricocheted around the world. It was an inspiration. We watched carefully over the summer when Spiderweb took off. All these drones took off and did great damage to Russian airfields and bombers. So you've inspired us. And Americans recognize that inspiration, that value that you bring to your own security, but also to ours. I mentioned the Europeans. I have been very impressed, actually, over the past 6 months that the Europeans have stepped up. I wish my country were actually doing more than the Europeans, but the Europeans are actually doing more than Americans right now. And we acknowledge that. We have to encourage that, support that, applaud that. That's a good thing. Ukrainians are Europeans, and other Europeans are supporting you as Europeans. The Europeans have now taken the lead on sanctions. They're leading. They initiate sanctions, and we follow. They are in the lead on weapons in terms of total number of dollars committed, or euros, or they are providing more. That's really important. They are stepping up and putting together a coalition of the willing. They're talking about taking European forces, putting them together in a force, in a coalition, putting that force into Ukraine to enforce a ceasefire or an armistice. That's the Europeans. The Americans are now stepping up to support that, to backstop that. But it's the Europeans that have taken that initiative. I want to emphasize that. I mentioned that I would say something about the end of this war, it's an end to the killing. And President Trump, to his credit, I mean, I have my own disagreements sometimes with President Trump, but to his credit, he has made it very clear that he wants to stop the killing. He has talked about this ever since he was running for president last fall. He's talking about stop the killing. That's his goal. And he's stuck with it. Again, say what you will about President Trump. He has stuck with this. He has made this war, the Russian war on you, his top foreign policy priority, and has spent a lot of his time and Special Envoy's time and Secretary of State's time to focus on this and to try to get it done. So far, he's failed, but he's still at it. He doesn't like to fail. President Trump does not like to fail. He has the opportunity, I am convinced. He has the cards, as he says. He's got the ability to influence Putin to come to the table and negotiate a ceasefire. Or if the president doesn't like the word ceasefire, we can say armistice. That we want to get Putin to the table to negotiate an armistice, which will stop the killing, and that President Trump can do. I am convinced he can do this with the economics cards that he has to play. We will see. And again, I want to be sure that anybody who's questioning this has an opportunity to talk to me, challenge me after we have this conversation. But that can be done. Then, with that armistice, then the coalition of the willing, the Europeans, put forces on the ground. And they will be sure, they are there to be sure that the Russians don't invade again. And they are there to help create a super strong, the Europeans call it a steel porcupine of the Ukrainian military to stop the Russians. So the Russians will be stopped by, first instance, this steel porcupine of the Ukrainian military, and then coalition of the willing with forces on the ground in Ukraine, and then backstopped by the United States. After that, there can be freedom of expression and freedom of the press and elections. All can happen once that comes about. And then on to European Union. On to the European Union. I would say on to NATO. To make it clear that this Ukraine is a sovereign nation, a successful sovereign nation. A lot of Ukrainians tell me they remember after World War II, West Germany, East Germany. Germany was divided. West Germany promised that they would not try to take back East Germany through force. And with that promise, NATO let West Germany in. NATO welcomed West Germany in. And as we know, in the end, the Soviet Union disappeared and Germany was reunited. Ukrainians remind me of that, that someday you will have Crimea, Donbass back, and going back to the 1991 borders. You will prevail. In the meantime, it is so important for the Ukrainian military to be able to continue to fight and to continue to defend, because all the things that I just said depend on a couple of different steps, and that's a question mark. We don't know exactly how President Trump is going to play those cards. We don't know exactly if President Putin is going to come to the table and negotiate a ceasefire. So, until that happens, Ukrainians, with American support, with European support, need to continue to defend you. I am convinced that you will prevail, and I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak here. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Ambassador Taylor, for the inspiring words and dedication to Ukraine. And to emphasize, yes, Ukrainians do inspire us every day. Thank you for welcoming us into your home, teaching us about your rich culture and history. And now, dear students, colleagues, and friends, as you know, AUK is powered by Arizona State University, one of the largest universities in the United States. ASU is a global leader in innovation and home to many Nobel Peace Prize winners. I'm confident that one day, amongst those innovators and Peace Prize winners, we will see you, our Ukrainian students, our AUK students. And now, as you know, due to our international nature, not everyone can be here, but we have an address from the president of Arizona State University, Dr. Michael Crow, a visionary leader shaping the future of higher education. So please turn your attention to the screen.
Hi, Michael Crow here, President of Arizona State University. I want to congratulate you on your decision to pursue higher education through one of our alliance partners, the Santana ASU Alliance. You've linked up with ASU, the most innovative university in the United States, the fastest moving, fastest evolving school in the United States of thousands and thousands of universities. We produce master learners. We focus on you enhancing your learning outcomes. You need to take full advantage of everything that we have to offer, everything that your partnership through Santana offers to you. We're hopeful that you will emerge as what your aspirational goals are looking towards you as a future leader, future entrepreneur, future change maker, future scientists, future designers, and all those things. And so we're here to serve you. If you need anything, make sure you let us know. If you need anything at all, make sure you let me know, michael.crow@asu.edu. Good luck, congratulations, and we'll see you at ASU soon.
To welcome our new and returning students, it is my honor to invite to the stage our academic leaders, faculty members, who were amongst the first to work tirelessly in 2022 to launch the School of Management and EPAM School of Digital Technologies. These are your professors, your mentors, the people you know as your lecturers, and truly remarkable individuals. First, please welcome the Dean of EPAM School of Digital Technologies, Dr. Alexandra Antoniuk. Dr. Antoniuk has received numerous prestigious scientific awards, and her contributions to mathematics and its applications are significant. She is the author of more than 40 articles in leading scientific journals, a testament to her expertise and dedication. Dr. Antoniuk, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for introduction. I see a lot of new faces, and I see also the known one. I'm very glad to be here and invite our new cohort of students. But some of you will meet in the classes, in the lectures. But some maybe not. But I would like to address you one important thing. The first president of American University Kyiv, Rick Shagro, he delivered a very interesting message. University should prepare not for the first job, but to the last job. It's very deep insight as from my point of view. And this means that you, as our alumni, you will be our alumni, will be ready to any circumstances in your life. And we, faculty of UPAM School of Digital Technology, we try to do our best so that you will get new knowledge, that you will get new programs, and that you will be very, very good prepared for your future life as IT specialist. IT, very rapidly developing field, and as you know, artificial intelligence is everywhere, and I'd like to wish you that you will be clever than artificial intelligence, and you can do this. And let me also wish you to be future of Ukraine. It's extremely important, in spite of all the circumstances, in spite of the missile attacks. I know that our students will continue work, will continue study, and will continue do research in their clubs, students' club, and do active life. It's very important that after all our circumstances, we will survive and we will rebuild our Ukraine, and we will rebuild it better, much better. And it will be thanks to you. So let me wish you a great success with your education. I'm very happy to welcome you at our university. See you again.
Thank you, Dr. Antoniuk. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Hanna Schwindina, Associate Professor at AUK and a Fulbright Scholar. Dr. Schwindina leads the Global Management Program at AUK and serves as CEO of Lifelong Learning Center. Thanks to her efforts, her hometown of Tsumi has joined the UNESCO Learning Cities Initiative, reflecting her commitment to education and community development. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Schwindina to the stage.
Dear students, colleagues, friends, the beginning of a new academic year is always a renewal, and this is just the beginning of your journey. And of course, here at AUK, whenever we go, School of Management or PUM School, we are committed to lifelong learning. It's constant growing, it's asking deep questions, it's thinking critically, and keep on being open to new perspectives. Learning is something that gives us resilience. I truly believe in that. And it's what empowers us to shape our future. Here at AUK, you will find friends and the greatest supporters of your business ideas, maybe business angels, investors, and if you pick your bubble and just thrive and proceed with your dream, you will succeed. So I'm asking you kindly, just make me a favor, dream bold and keep on dreaming. Congratulations and welcome to AUK.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, deans, faculty, and staff for the tireless work you do for us here. Next, it's my pleasure we come to the Oath of Honor, a pledge that reflects the values and principles of American University Kyiv. I'd like to invite our first-year students to please stand up. Don't be shy. And please repeat after me. Okay, you guys ready? All right, let's go. I solemnly pledge to do my best to uphold the ideals and traditions of American University Kyiv, and as a citizen, to exemplify the highest values of honesty, integrity, and service, and to my country and its community. I pledge to be dedicated to freedom, which is the most important value for both countries, Ukraine and United States. So now I would like to invite everyone here to please stand up as well for our alma mater song. Try to sing if you can. I will try. Now, unfortunately, again, due to our international nature, our rector, Jacek Leskov, could not be with us in person, but he wanted to congratulate you and welcome you. So he sent a recorded message for you all. So please join me in watching it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacek Leskov, and I am a rector of American University in Kiev. Welcome to the ceremony. Welcome to our beautiful campus. My warm welcome goes very much to our visitors, our business partners, our international visitors who are joining us for this ceremony. But really, my heart goes out to the students, especially to the new coming students, to the first year students who are only right now seeing the beauty of our campus and will be joining our educational experience. What is the mission of American University in Kiev? By our activity here in Ukraine, in Kiev, during this difficult time of war between Russia and Ukraine, we are trying to bring the best American experience of education. There's direct contact between students and the professors, the interaction, the mutual learning. When I'm providing my classes, I'm also learning a lot from the students, and I hope it is the other way around as well. We are having many new programs. For example, in Kiev, we are opening a completely new program in psychology. We are adding up to the IT program specialization in digital design, and also in the School of Management, we have new programs. You from Kiev, you students, you should know that we are also opening up a second campus in Dnipro, where also we have a program in IT and program in management. I'm sure that this fourth year of operation will bring even more enjoyment, more success to your learning experience. We will be planning, as we did in the last years, to send many of you for international internships that are very important part of our educational system. And then the time you will be spending with our institution will be the best time in your life. So to all the students, I cross my fingers for your success. I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you on this very date, but a week later we have a meeting planned already on campus, so there will be no shortage of opportunities of us really meeting in one-to-one fashion. Good luck to the students, thanks for being with us, and see you on campus.
AUK places career readiness at the heart of its mission. At AUK, we believe education should be practical and aligned with the needs of modern business. For us, these are not just words. They are reflected in real actions, programs, and strategies. Our focus on career development is one of the top reasons students choose AUK as their alma mater, as you all highlighted as well in new student orientation. So we're glad we can deliver some of that. In 2025, we entered the second year of our international internship program, which provides paid summer internships for AUK students at leading universities in the United States, the UK, Poland, and Ireland, and the list is only growing. At this point, Our team prepared a video highlighting the students' experiences over the summer. So please just take a look and let's follow them on their journey.
Hi, my name's Dan Rice. I'm the president of the American University of Kyiv, and I'm proud to describe the new program we have just launched, which is our internship program, our paid internship program in the United States.
I thank UK for establishing this program this year and Dan Rice, AUK President, for initiating it, because that's an education that gives freedom.
And of course, we can't talk about the International Internship Program without mentioning its visionary and founder, AUK President Dan Rice. Dan, please welcome to the stage. I'm sure our students are eager to hear more about this.
Thanks, Bilal. I'm not used to wearing a dress, so I'm a little slow getting up there. This global internship program and the global corporate partnership program is really exciting. And the best part of it, I think, is that it's student-led. So Christina Ivanchuk, there she is back there. She leads the program. And she received the President's Award last year for her leadership there. So the concept here, the vision is that American University Kyiv is obviously an academic institution, but it's so much more than that. Our goal is to be the bridge to the United States in all ways, to be the bridge to the US government, to be the bridge to US businesses, and to help you prepare to lead wherever you want to lead in the future, whether it's here in Ukraine, hopefully, or abroad. But the concept, I mean, we have access to Ambassador Bill Taylor. I mean, he was the US ambassador to Ukraine. You know, he's probably one of Ukraine's biggest supporters on TV all the time, supporting, influencing. You know, General David Petraeus came and spoke, the president of Microsoft, Deb Cupp. We want all Americans, when they come to Kyiv, to come to American University Kyiv and look at this amazing, beautiful facility we have here. And then we have the Menorah Center in Dnipro. And we'll do the same in Odessa when we open in Odessa. So we want the best locations for the best students. The internship program, the way it started really was listening to our shareholders. So our shareholders are some of the biggest companies in Ukraine. DTEC, the largest power company, Brain, EPALM. All of these companies were telling us the reason they were investing in AUK was because they weren't getting graduates from Ukrainian institutions ready to work. They just weren't prepared to work. And so our goal is to have you not only prepared, we want you to have multiple offers from all kinds of companies to get the best education here to teach you how to think, not what to think. and to have you ready to work. Being ready to work usually includes getting some practice and getting some experience out there. So we started the internship program last year, and in a very short period of time, it took off. All of these companies, I mean, these are big global companies. It's not as beautiful right now, but companies like JP Morgan, you know, the largest financial firm in the world, Blackstone, KKR, 7-Eleven, DOCA, Logistics Plus, all of these companies were willing to invest in our students to pay them an average of $15,000 to $20,000 for a summer, for 10 weeks, pay for their J-1 visa, pay for their travel and their housing. And they did it to support Ukraine and to support our students, but they also did it for self-interest. They want to hire our students when they graduate here in Ukraine. And so we started with the program abroad with 20 students last year. We doubled it this year. We have 40 go abroad this year. And now we're working with Ukrainian companies to do the same exact thing. So Interpipe and ATB, and they're going to take interns so that you get experience in the workplace. And they all want to compete for our best students. So you'll be each competing with each other to get the best internships, which get you the best jobs upon graduation. And I can tell you, I had the privilege of going to JP Morgan London, to KKR Dublin, to Blackstone New York. And these companies, the feedback on our students was absolutely incredible. In Ireland, I was amazed. The KKR execs pulled me aside and said, you know, normally they have Irish interns and they do an internship for a year. The first 6 months, they're just learning. They're not really contributing to the company at all. But after the 6-month training, they start to contribute. They said our students were contributing after 1 week. They said, how are these Ukrainian students so great? I said, hey, it's Ukraine. And in JP Morgan, the executive pulled me aside and he said, they're also professional and motivated. They're more motivated than our executives here in the office. And so the feedback's been spectacular. So you're joining a great new program. We're going to continue to grow this corporate program, and the internship program is a part of that. But these corporations really want to see your success, which is their success. They're going to hire you upon graduation. So really appreciate everybody that's put in work on the internship program. And again, it is a student-led program. So you as students can be involved working with Christina and the team to build out this program. And it's growing quickly. I just talked to a CEO yesterday, a company called SafePro. They do artificial intelligence to identify landmines and unexploded ordnance on Ukrainian territory. And they're growing quickly, trying to help solve the problem. Our students here, I think Angelina, are you here? No, she's not here. So Angelina is one of our students who's working part-time with this company, helping to identify landmines in Ukraine. And they're going to fly them all to Miami to work with the team in Miami over the winter. But all of these companies have been just amazed and thrilled. And they're not doing it for charity. They're doing it because it's in their best interest. They find our students are that good. So thank you for being part of it. It's going to be a big part of our future here at AUK. And we want to have AUK be the bridge to America and help you prepare as leaders of Ukraine for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And similar to what Dan said, AUK wants to be the bridge to America. Equally, AUK wants to contribute in Ukraine. And that's why this past year, AUK launched another successful program, the Global Partnership Program, to strengthen its collaboration with businesses across Ukraine. The goal of this initiative is to create internship and career opportunities for AUK students. It is my pleasure to invite the founder and leader of this program, AUK Vice President Oleksiy Chershnov.
Dear students, dear faculties, and dear partners, first of all, let me, first time this year, congratulate you on the beginning of academic year. Let it be successful for you, enjoyable, and of course fruitful. Despite I'm kind of co-founder, I know about ASU and AUK studies not only from the stories from the students, but also I myself graduated this year from Arizona State University, and finished thank you. And yeah, finished the master program of leadership and management, and I would say this is really challenging and rewarding at the same time. Well, we are in the UK, as typical American university, we are concentrating on kind of developing career centricity, and because we want to make our education more practical and to be in line with today's company's needs. So doing that, and we are building so kind of ecosystem of the partners within the so-called AUK Global Partnership Program, where you can see on the screen that actually globally and Ukrainian and globally leading companies who is already our partners. We are proud of such kind of cooperation, and we are pursuing to cover more and more and kind of tackle a lot of sectors and so on. But what I want to say, you as a students of AUK now, I believe you will feel this one, I would say our main value, this career centricity during your educational journey. Allow me a small piece of advice from my side. Make as many as possible friends here. Believe me, these people will be your partners, business partners, people with whom you will be implementing the best projects for Ukraine, for the world, and for yourself. And continuing with the Global Partnership Program, I would like to invite to the stage the CEO of Credit West Bank, the financial institution which joined and supported, who first supported our partnership program, and the person with the tremendous experience in financial sector, Igor Tikhonov. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Alexei. First of all, I congratulate everybody with the beginning of academic year. This is your beginning of your life journey. It's a new page in your life, which I'm sure you will use very successfully, this page and this opportunity to study in the best place of Kiev, in the best university, in most probably in the world. And thank you very much. And I am representing Credit West Bank. This is a first Turkish bank in Ukraine. And part of our policy is to support new generations, is support future of the future, is support educational process. In our group, in Altenbaş Holding, this is a Turkish group, we have also universities and we have schools, high schools. So this is part of our nature and part of our identity in the bank and in the holding and in the group. And we are happy to help AUK students with our experience, with our expertise, which we can share with you, which we can support you. And I would like to announce, and most probably you already know, that this year we granted the 5 scholarships for bachelor degrees, for bachelor study, for the Global Finance Program, and we looked lots of motivational video, and I was very impressed. I personally reviewed these videos as well together with my colleagues, and we were impressed how clever you are, how unique you are. So what is the future generation which comes to Ukraine all over the world, and you will rule the future world and future Ukraine and future economy, and you will invest to this economy. So this is a base level, this is a start for you, but this is already extremely high level comparing with my ages when I was a student. And during the selection, we proceed lots of talented people, and we look to your motivational videos. And I would like to invite to the stage students, 5 students which we chosen and who passed our, let's say, tournament. And first, I would like to invite to the stage Sofia Bakovska. Sophia, by the way, just stay here. Sophia, by the way, she couldn't when we made a final interview, and we invited all students to our bank. She couldn't come to our office, but and we made via Zoom. So finally, I see this lady in face. Congratulations. Sophia, don't go too far because we will make a common photo together. Evgeny Vergelis. He couldn't come, okay. Nika Trubinkova. I would like to say about Nika, she also impressed me because she told about her different educations and her hobby, and she told about herself, about her family, etc. So, and I saw on the interview, on the final interview, so that this is a very talented also lady, and she plans her future in very high standards, with a reputation, and it's reflected to my identity of my and our philosophy as well. Thank you. Елизавета Жербенко. Also, Yelizaveta had a very good English and good experience and views about the future financial system of Ukraine and the economy in general. So, and we said, okay, we found best candidates. Thank you. Dominika Kirillina. Also, she couldn't come. If I'm not mistaken, she was in Poland or some abroad that time, and she said, okay, if you choose us, if you choose me, I would come. We said, okay, but this is manipulation. She said, no, don't say like this. So I deserve to be a student, and I deserve to be a part of Great West family, and please accept me to the future, to make my future more successful, and I promise I come. We said, okay, you passed, thank you. So, photo нет? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tikhonov and Credit West Bank for the opportunity and for investing in our students' future. Today, we also honor the dedication, achievements of our outstanding faculty and staff. If we could, we would recognize each and every one of you here, because you truly are the best we have. For today's awards, I would like to once again invite President Dan Rice to the stage.
Thank you very much. As Bilal said, we would love to give an award to every one of our faculty. They are so passionate about your future, and they work every day to try to engage with you. I think that's one of the things about an American university that is really different. Our faculty really want to engage you. They don't want to talk at you. They want to work together with you to get you to come to the conclusions on your own, to think how to think, not what to think, as I said. But even amongst our great faculty, there are some that deserve special recognition. So I'd like to give 3 awards right now. The first is to Dr. Volodymyr Fakitov, and he is the doctor that leads our behavioral sciences group. And I'd like to give him the Excellence in Research Award. Doctor? You can see he's quite popular. He also wears the most amazing ties, too. I don't know how many you have at home, but different tie every day. Our second award goes to Dr. Artem Kluchnikov, who's not with us today, but it's an Excellence in Teaching Award. He is joining online, so I'd like to congratulate Dr. Kluchnikov. Last but not least, we have 2 awards. I'd like to give them to the same dean, the deputy dean, Dr. Sergei Tintenko. He is not only the deputy dean of our EPOM School of Digital Technologies, but he's also a chief technical officer within a corporation. So he has immense capabilities and understanding of tech, and just a great guy overall. So congratulations, Dr. Tintenko. The last award that I'd like to give is our President's Award. And last year, the way we managed this process was it was chosen by myself, the President. That's how frequently in the U.S. Awards like this are done. But the student body all requested that we have inclusion of students in this, and thought that was a fantastic idea. So this year, we had students submit submissions for potential President's Awards. So 14 students were submitted. Which I think is really amazing, and each of you will get a note from me thanking you and crediting you for all the work you're doing. But one stood out and one received so many different submissions, Denis Ostapenko. And Denis... So, not surprising, Dennis is having such a big impact on our students and our university because he's running our global corporate program underneath Christina Ivanchuk. So he has worked tirelessly for all of you to get you scholarships, to get you internship programs, to get you part-time jobs with these companies, and it is building every day. On top of his academic schooling, he's building out this corporate program. And so you'll all be engaging with him for many years, and just really want to let Dennis say a few words. Thank you for all you do for the university.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so nervous, being honest, and it's really a fantastic opportunity for me to study in this university. And for you, as a first-year students, I have only like a few words to say that we are the youth that stays in Ukraine, and we are the youth that continue developing our Ukraine. And we are the future of Ukraine, so that is why we need to start developing ourselves from the first year of study. And that is why me and my
lovely team that I am so thankful to. We are developing ourselves, yourself, our university. So thank you so much to all staff, to all faculty, to Dan Rice. Thank you so much for these opportunities that you are giving internationally. And from our side, we do our best to give as many opportunities abroad and in Ukraine as possible. So continue developing, continue growing, and remember that we are a university that gives freedom. And we need to remember it's all 4 years of studies. Thank you so much.
Well, that concludes our opening ceremonies, and I really just want to say that we really believe the future of Ukraine is just incredibly bright. There's so much hope, and the hope really springs from you, the students, and the future leaders of Ukraine. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for all the armed forces do. Slava Ukraine.
So our ceremony is almost over. Thank you all for being here. We'd like to do one last thing. We'd like to get a group photo to commemorate this day. I think we can do it outside. It's not raining anymore. So I'd like to invite everyone maybe to go in front of the building, take a picture. And thank you all for coming. Slava Ukraini!